And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
And they put up a goose egg last year when they played this team twice.
And Tobias Harris had his best season in 2018, a career year from the three-point line. And you saw how much just his value jumped in that time frame. A key piece and a key part of the trade last year with Blake Griffin.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. Unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds. And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
And guys, Clippers coach Doc Rivers calls Harris a nightmare matchup. What do you think?
Well, especially when he slides from the three over to the power forward spot. He spaces out the floor and then can put the ball on the deck, on the drive, get in and create some opportunities.
And Nowitzki puts up a deep three. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Nowitzki's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. It's rebounded by Moreland.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Moutier. Pass to Nowitzki. Three-pointer. Nowitzki can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yep, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And that one, good.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
Outside, Davis. Here's Bamba. And the Heat, another three.
Now the big man, the brow, finding a teammate and does a great job of seeing somebody that's uncovered. It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Bamba's shot is off. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 5.
And head coach Eric Spoelstra always looking for different perspectives, looking to tweak and change certain things and constantly learning. That's a growth mindset. We hear him talk about that a lot, and it's something that he encourages not only his staff to do, but his players as well.
And Spoelstra assigns assistants to read books, attend clinics, and bring back reports. Always looking for new insights.
Yep, lots of paperwork on that Miami Heat coaching staff. They keep daily notes on everything from basketball to the big picture around the team. Stats, quotes, questions, all inspirational stuff. So anything they can draw a competitive advantage on or keep things positive, Spo's looking to do that.
Pass to Nowitzki. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. Do you think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this card. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here.
Yeah, well,
he said, ask Brent about the refereeing.
We need the stats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. And it's good. 2 points.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
But when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul. Ingram left side. Pass to Nowitzki. Good on the three-point shot. Nowitzki's got 10 points in the game.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock.
Miami again turning it over. .136 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Johnson. It's Ingram on the wing. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Nowitzki's shot's good.
This guy is just shredding the defense right now. He's hitting any shots he's putting up.
Nowitzki with the steal. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And no one is catching Ingram in the open floor. This guy is like a rocket.
Here's Gordon. Stolen away. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Out to Ingram. To the middle. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
The wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbound.
And another three for the Clippers.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's Davis at the elbow. Pass to Moreland. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Back to Stevenson. Here's Bamba. And no good on the last second attempt this time. A free-flowing. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense. And this has them out to a big lead after one.
Pass to Smith. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Smith's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Los Angeles. Brent, a major pivot for the Clippers last season, trading away the most important player in franchise history, Blake Griffin.
Well, the front office made mention of sustainability and production over cost, and felt like it was the right time for them to move on. The size of that max contract, the injury risk of Blake Griffin and what's happened and transpired the past couple of seasons convinced them that they might be able to clear that out of the way, get some flexibility, and rebuild the roster in the way that they wanted to moving forward.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. Clippers leading by 9. Now here's Moutier. The shot, no good. Good D by Thompson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play. And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
The putback. It's good on the putback. Smith's got 5.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the score by Miami. Moutier looking around. It's stolen by Lamb. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, he picked up the ball clean. He has a sneaky court awareness that you have to be careful around. That time results in the steal. And Justin Jackson played his high school basketball at that powerhouse homeschool Christian Youth Association down there in Texas. He was homeschooled since the 4th grade, and he was in charge of his own studies and his own basketball development. I would say he did pretty well.
Now here's Moutier. Back to Hazonia. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here are the Heat. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And by all accounts, Brent, Justin Jackson tremendously focused and diligent both in his studies and in working on his game.
Well, so many teams looking at not only your success on the court, but what you do with your time off of it. And he's demonstrated that he's a self-starter, a self-motivated guy, and that serves him quite well.
Back to Moutier. To the inside. Papagianni. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Papagiannis has got his first 2 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. From past the arc. And Hazonia gets it to go. And now a 6-point Clipper lead.
If there's a skill set you like your point guard to have, that's exceptional court vision. Moutier shows it off there with that assist.
Now here's Jackson. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. It's hauled in by Harris. It's Hazonia in the corner. Clippers moving the ball around. Pass to Papagiannis. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
The Heat trail by 6. To the paint. Here's Diallo. And that's in. Nice feet on the play. Diallo's got 8 points.
You know, he talks so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there. That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Miami shooting their first free throw of the evening. Brent, we've got great dunkers now. You played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
That one good for 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Nowitzki, no good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
The Heat take great pride in what they try to do defensively, their activity, their awareness, their alertness. Well, this team, as they grow, right now they're committing a ton of fouls, but that comes with the territory about learning some of these schemes and trying to be as physical as they like to be. And the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Now here's Ingram. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nowitzki. Pass to Laverne. And yes, it's good. Laverne's got 5 points so far.
Once Laverne gets positioned down low, it's pretty much game over. Hard to root him out.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very... We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Clippers leading by 5. Ingram outside. Pass to Nowitzki. Buries it from three-point range. Nowitzki's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Clippers. Outside, Davis. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist.
Once again, Davis shows off his deceptive quickness on the drive. Easy convert.
Here's Ingram. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be Lance Stevenson. The Clippers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
And the Clippers making a change here. And the Heat committing a lot of money for this hard-working bunch. Brent, how do they improve from this point on?
Now it's about player development, Kevin, taking advantage of the off-season, making sure the guys are improving upon their weaknesses and staying sharp with their strengths. They're going to have to find a few more diamonds in the rough out there to add to this roster and maybe set themselves up in free agency to lure somebody down the South Beach. And we'll see if they can do that. The front office tends to get creative in that way.
Nowitzki for 3. It's rebounded by Moreland.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Pass to Nowitzki. Bangs home the trifecta. Nowitzki's got 6 here in this quarter.
Love to see it when he pulls up from the outside. A big guy with tremendous range is a prized commodity in today's NBA.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot. You have to make tough decisions. Kevin?
Well, they're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, DA. Thanks. And the Clippers call time here.
Well, Doc Rivers might have done his best coaching job last year. You think about how many G League guys came in and started games, and he even talked about it as being a season with a breath of fresh air with all that newness and the things he had to teach and go back to the drawing board. So a heck of a year for them, and they might have found some gems.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. To the wing on the left. It's rebounded by Moreland. And Doc raved about last season's roster. But, Brett, he admitted by the end of the Blake Griffin-Chris Paul era, he had it up to here with all the chemistry issues.
Well, he said that every playoff disappointment, Doc felt like the buy-in of the entirety of the team got narrower, as if they couldn't get it done because of what had happened the season before or 2 seasons before that. So a very hard group to coach, a very talented group to coach, but a lot of things lingered in that locker room, and if you're not on the same page, there's just no way to climb that mountaintop.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, this roster for the Clippers is in transition, no doubt about it. You think of the franchise's history, plenty of dysfunction, but over the last 5 or 6 years, they've been the best team in LA. Now it's a time for them to reset, try to find some new stars to carry it forward.
He doesn't get the second one. And Brent, you look at the Clippers ownership group, the front office, the coaching staff. It's a different story now from days past, isn't it?
Well, it just feels a little bit more stable. It just feels like they want to compete at the highest level, and they will do the things necessary to commit to winning. And we've seen that happen pretty quickly for the Clippers. Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. It's hauled in by Diallo. The Heat trail by 9. Here's Thompson. Good work there as it goes. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside. Most of his shots coming around the rim.
Inside. Here's Johnson with his first shot attempt. That one drops for him. And the Clippers lead by 9.
But he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Yes, that goes in. Now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question. And those close-range shots are what you want him taking. They always have a great chance of falling.
And stolen by Hezonja. And now the Clippers on the break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, this Heat organization has had such a great run of success under their owner, Mickey Arison, and what Pat Riley has done to pour the foundation of the culture around Miami. This is not a team that likes to throw away any chance to compete, or any season for that matter.
Here's Johnson after the Heat pick up 2. Pass to Papagiannis. 5 on the clock.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Swiped away to the inside. Vonleh. And the dunk by Vonleh.
Not an explosive leaper. Vonleh does have the length to get to the rim, and you just love to see that aggressiveness there. Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
23 seconds left here in the third quarter. Brokoff. Can't connect.
Tristan did a great job of
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And the basket by Jackson.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, it's one of those nights where if a team down the stretch can get 1 or 2 stops, they may win it.
Pass to Nowitzki. Lots of room. Nice touch on the bank shot. Nowitzki's got 29 in the game.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Shoots from 14. Moutier, no good.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
To the middle. The shot's good from Smith. And the Clippers lead by 8.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Stolen by Thompson. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So both teams making some changes here. Left side, Davis. Pass to Bamba. Shoots the 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Ingram attacking. And slam dunk by Ingram.
You really got to give props to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in his path.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with Anthony Davis, you look at how young he is still. I mean, scary to think that his best games are still ahead of him. Not just this year. I'm talking like 3 or 4 years from now. He could honestly be the best player in the league in a short time.
Now here's Ingram. Pass to Nowitzki. 6 on the shot clock. And Bamba pulls it down. And with Davis's prime just ahead of him, just what do you think his ceiling might be, Brent?
I don't know. 28 and 11 the last few years. His upside seems to be nightmarish for any opposing coach. I wouldn't be surprised to see him have multiple years of 30-plus with 12 or 14 rebounds. There's simply nothing on the court that AD cannot do.
In transition, here comes Miami. Gordon's running.
He's showing he wants to be the man. Bamba has the hunger to step up in those big moments.
Now here's Ingram. Over to the wing. Pass to Harris. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. From outside, off the mark. The Heat with the lead. Loads it up for Davis. Not going to go that time.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Man, what a missed opportunity there. Really just came down to some poor timing.
Good on the shot. And the Heat lead by 3. Ingram outside. Pass to Nowitzki. Here's Laverne. And he banks in the layup.
And when it comes to rebounds, Laverne is relentless on the glass.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Man, the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
Now here's Ingram. .132 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Laverne. No good that time. And the Heat going the other way now. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. And here's Miami. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Davis. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint. They count on Harris to get their offense going. He delivers.
1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Davis. Banked in off the glass.
As soon as Davis receives the ball, you just know he's going to take it at the D. And the basket there was big.
Ingram outside. Pass to Harris. Out to Ingram. And here's Laverne. He's guarded by Stevenson. 3 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Now here's Stevenson. Here's Bamba. It's good.
And even though Bamba needs to add a lot of strength, he does have the body control to convert through contact.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers.
Tobias says, I'll take you home.
Pass to Bamba. Oh, missed it. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that about wraps it up.